Good morning, and welcome to, well, I wouldn't even know where the fuck I am. That's the sun high up in the sky, but it ain't doing shit here. Just to give you an idea of how cold it is around here, and why it's so cold is because if you could see on a clear day, that way, about 100 kilometers, I know this because I've seen it last night and all day yesterday, is the snow-peaked mountains of Russia. Russia's just over there. That's why it's so fucking cold. This is literally the highest, I don't know if it's longitude or latitude. Longitude. This is the highest, essentially, I'm going in the entire journey. So, as of today, I finally start to go back down, so... it's cold. And I've just gotten out of the tent for the first time, so I'm still just putting clothes on. My lord, it is cold. Anyway, thought I'd just let you know that. I'm going to be here for ages. I actually wanted to get up and get going because the city just here, and I wanted to go down and get some breakfast and have an early start. But, I mean, look at the tent. It's just... Probably can't see it from there, but if you look like this, there's drips of water everywhere from condensation through the night. This tent's going to take ages to dry. It didn't even rain. It's beautifully sunny today. You just don't know it. Anyway, I don't know what to say. I'm just going to hang out. See ya. Alright, finally, I've been here for fucking ages, just waiting around. It's been nearly, well, it must be over an hour. The sun's finally starting to warm up the place a little bit, and my tent's just starting to dry. I've pulled the tarp out from underneath it, and the tent's just starting to dry now. So I'm just trying to keep my shadow away from it because I don't want to slow the process down anymore. I've eaten all my fruit and my peanuts and stuff like that, and I'm super hungry. Oh, geez, I hope it's not fucking foggy like this tomorrow. It's just boring. I'm just standing around. I've been awake since 6:30 this morning. Because again, I've told you this a million times. I fall asleep really early. I fell asleep last night at 8 o'clock. So this morning I've woken up and I've watched a movie. I watched some epic story underpants things. One of those Disney Pixar ones. They're not as good as what they used to be. I don't really like Kevin Hart. Anyway. Now I'm just standing around listening to a book. And that's all I can really do. But I can feel the warmth of the sun warming me up right now quite a bit. So I know that I won't be here for much longer. Anyway, just an update video. That's it. Oh, did I mention Russia? Okay, so I waited 2 hours for that fucking tent to dry. This sun has taken forever to come out and warm up. I'm warm, everything's warm, it's just there's so much condensation everywhere, it's just not sucking anything up, so everything's still super wet. Tent finally dried though, it's probably 95% dry. I'm going to have to give it a little kick out later on if it gets a little bit hotter. I don't want any mold in my tent. But anyway, let's go down to the city, right? There's the city, there's Russia, I told you could see Russia. There's the city, right? Let's fucking go. Okay, so time to get some food. Essentially all the shops from go past just don't really have anything. So, but I found a little market and I bought some fruit, and I found a local bakery, and they're pulling stuff right out straight away. So I've just got some butter on there, and I'm having some hot bread, and this is fucking delicious. All the breads in Georgia are like a flat bread, and this is essentially what the loaf looks like, and it's so good. Hot fresh bread first thing in the morning, pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this and then get on the road. See you soon. So here I am on the side of the road. That bottom bracket crank problem I was talking about yesterday just started bugging me already, and I don't like when my pedals are sort of flopping around. It's the one main thing you do all day is turn those pedals. So you really want them turning right. So I've got the bike flipped over and I've fixed it up. I've given it another tightening and all that sort of thing. I'm fairly sure that one of the bearings is actually broken. There's not really a lot I can do about that. I can change the bearing again, but I know that if I just leave I mean, the bike's that old, it won't really do that much damage anyway. My next option though is that I find a mechanic to let me use a file and then file down that pipe that's on the inside of the bottom bracket, and then my sealed cartridge can be fitted in there, which would be a much better option. But I'll push the bike as far as I can before I need to do that, because once I put that sealed bracket in, it'll all be good. But this makes it a bit more interesting, I guess. I get to look cool on the side of the road, fix my bike. How we doing? It's getting a bit later in the day now. Been riding for ages. Whew, I'm tired. I don't know if I'm tired or if I'm just having a good old Billy Keeves sugar rush. I'd show you the desserts I bought today, but I've eaten them all. In Georgia, they sell like cakes, eclairs, cookies, all different sorts of things in the shops, right? And they sell them all by the weight. And essentially, you can get a kilo of whatever the fuck you want for the equivalent of about €3 or €4. So I just go in there and just every shop I've been going past, I just buy a couple here and there. And I've just been eating sweets all day. I mentioned this morning I bought all this fruit and stuff like that. I've eaten one pair. I've eaten so much shitty food. Oh, it's delicious, but I'm out of energy. No surprise there. Anyway, fortunately for me, the road's going downhill quite a bit. Got a bit of a valley to ride through, which is nice. And that's it, really. Really quaint, really nice countryside. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not so many cars on the road. Anyway, I'm going to pedal on. Probably got about another hour or so's left of light, and then time to start looking for camps. So I'll see you then. I might see you earlier, I don't know. See you around. Okay, so I'm near the capital city, Tbilisi now, and that's not it over there. It's over that direction. But I don't want to go in there because it's too late in the day. It's only about 4 o'clock, which is too early to go camping. Essentially, I'm sort of stuck in a bit of a limbo on what the fuck to do. Also, I haven't picked up any water. I've only got enough to drink, essentially. Maybe make a cup of noodles later. Also, just to complicate everything even further, I didn't want to go on the highway, which is the only road that's left, because I just don't like being on freeways anymore. And the roads in this country essentially are either main roads or sketchy bumpy roads up fucking ridiculous hills. So, not knowing what the fuck I was putting myself in for, I've taken this one. And now I'm halfway up it, so I've just decided, fuck it. I'll just do an early camp, have a rest. Go into the city tomorrow and just have a bit more of a rest. Problem is, you see, is that I changed over some money yesterday. 20 quid, which is 50 lari in this country. But I mean, I'm having trouble spending 10 fucking lari a day. And I've only got 1 day's left of riding in this country. So I don't know what to fucking do. Most of the time you can't change the money back. Once you change it from a big currency to a small one, they don't like doing it back the other way. So you're sort of stuck with it. But I don't want to be fucking just... It's like 4 days worth of fucking money here. But it's too fucking cold for me here. So it looks like I might have to go on a shopping spree tomorrow. Or something, I don't know. I might just have to load up on food, or maybe buy some other warm clothes or something for the sleep. I don't know. Stuck in a limbo. But for tonight, I think I'm just going to camp. I'm not going to worry too much about water. I'm just going to chill out. That's pretty much it. Limbo. Okay, the spot I was on before I got chewed out of, I think it might have actually been a military site. Now I'm in like what seems to be, I think it's like an old high school or a university or something like that. There's these giant mosaic fountains either side and all these long sort of hedgeways and stuff. It's just a big park though. It's been deserted. There's no one here anymore. It's sort of creepy but interesting in the same way. I think I might camp here, but it's right next to the freeway. I'm running low on water, and this way means I can use whatever water I want and know I can find some straight away in the morning. So, good side and a bad side of being so close to civilization. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. See how I go. I'm gonna have a look around. Everything's on quite a bit of a slope. Maybe I'll find something flat. I don't know. See you around. Okay, so it can only really be described, this place is it's an abandoned high school and there's some fucking spooky as fuck entry points. Place is locked tight and sealed though. I couldn't find a single way into this place. I'm super keen and interested to go inside and check it out. It's super duper spooky, but no luck. Right, I'm just going to camp on the ground somewhere. I think I found a spot. It's better than nothing. Okay, so I've done some investigating of the place. I think it's an old university. I'm pretty confident to say it's a university. I found a way to get into one of the buildings, but it's just super live with people. And when it's this live with people, I'd rather camp out in the open rather than be inside, because if I'm inside, that means I've got to use my headlight. And if people see me in a building with my headlight on, it's just a ticket to call the police, and I don't want that. I'd rather not be so conspicuous. And if I am going to be conspicuous, I want to be friendly conspicuous and just camp. You know what I mean? Just set up my tent and just have people know that I'm just here for the day. I don't want anyone to be, seeing me inside, so I've decided not to. As spooky as the fucking place is as well. So, what it is, I'm noticing the sign is in English, and it says Georgia Plant Genetic Resource Centre. It's a gene bank. So, I didn't really check any of the plaques on the other buildings. I might do that in the morning, but I can only assume that this is a university. I have no idea why it shut down, but it's big, and it had fountains, and it's got so much land and grounds, and obviously the sporting spot here. There's a volleyball net set up and stuff like that. Something was here. It's not anymore. There's a greenhouse over here as well where they used to grow stuff. So yeah, definitely a university or a high school, something like that. I'd lean more towards university. Anyway, time to set up the tents and finish the day. I'm going to stay at the creepy university. How you doing? So, in the tent, here we are. Set up on the university site, and I don't think there's going to be too many problems. I had a tiny little fire just before, made some 2-minute noodles, and that's it. So I'm all fed up and chilling out now. About my Limbo issue, I guess I'm just going to spend the money tomorrow in Tbilisi and then head down into Armenia. Armenia border is about 150 kilometers, so obviously I'll just save a bit of money for food for that, but I need to get rid of this cash. I was thinking I might buy like a chef's torch or something like that for lighting fires for when the wood's wet and when I'm having trouble. If I've got like one of those jet ones, then fucking that'll solve a lot of fucking problems every time I want to have a fire. Anyway, peace out time. I guess if money problems are for you, you have too much. They're not really money problems, are they? So I'm not really complaining. I don't want you to think I'm complaining that I've got too much cash. I'm only talking about 20 British pounds. It's just that in a country like this, that goes a long way. Anyway, so yeah, I guess that's what it is. If your money problems are that you've got too much money, shut the fuck up. Peace out.